my creatives, and welcome to another video. So today I'm here to share a traveler's notebook junk journal with me in my traveler's notebook junk journal. And today I'm going to document a little memory that doesn't have a place in my memory keeping, but was a special moment for me. And I thought I would just create a junk journal page for that. So I went through my stash and I found some bits and pieces and some scraps out of my scrap bin. I thought that would complement my thing I wanted to do. This is more of a very intuitive process, and it's all about just collaging and a little bit of journaling. So I found this dark green piece and I thought it was very nice with the cream color of the magazine page that's already there, but I do want to cover up some of the magazine page writing or imaging, because the image that you saw with the coffee cup is the reason why I chose to bind it into my journal, but I don't like the half of a portrait photo there. So I'm going to cover that up with my collage. I also grabbed some washi tapes in a neutral grid, and I am going to layer them up. So this was a very intuitive, fun little process. It was also a very, very quick art journal page, and I just really had fun making this one. I took some distress oxide to give it a little bit more of the vintagey kind of vibe, and I had this card in my scrap bin. I think I printed that off maybe in 2017. I'm not quite sure. It's a long time ago, so I couldn't tell you where it's from, but it was just on normal printer paper, and I thought it would be fun to distress it a little bit. I also went through my stash of my Your Creative Studio subscription box supplies, and I found this beautiful piece of vintage writing paper that I thought was perfect size for this traveler's notebook journal. And I am also going to reuse my scraps. So the piece you see here is a scrap from another project. I believe it was from the snail mail I sent to Marie. And I kept, of course, the other part. I think I stuck it down on her envelope. And of course, I kept the other part to use again. And I love to use my scraps in my junk journal or in my journals in general, because it takes the pressure off ripping into beautiful pieces of paper, and you already have something to work with. I also went through my stash and I found some washi stickers, and these washi stickers are from AliExpress, and I thought the red would be a very nice touch to this page, also because red is my challenge color. So doing something a little bit out of my comfort zone was quite fun. I also have this butterfly die cut that I wanted to add to the center, but if you are going to add things like this, because it's a pretty thick cardboard, into your center, make sure to cut them in half so it doesn't crumple up your page or get stuck there when you are opening and closing your page. So if you do something like this, make sure to cut them and glue them on each side of your page. You saw me snip off a little bit of that flower piece and stick it somewhere else. It's something that I like to do. It's just still a beautiful little piece over there that can help create your collage more interesting without having a whole sticker being ruined. And also there's still lovely plants on there. So I enjoy using these things as well in my art journal again, or junk journal again. So now I'm going to stick down my butterfly, and I'm making sure that the spine has enough room to open and close. So you will see a little gap in there, but really that doesn't really bother me, to be honest. I would rather have the butterfly there than make sure that you wouldn't see through the gap. And I would rather have my journal close than having a complete butterfly there. So I'm making sure that I left enough space, and now I'm going to fuss around with that doily, and I'm going to stick it down, but I really didn't like it because this doily is on white washi sticker, and I really didn't like it with the green. So I'm going to stick it down, and I thought it would color a little bit more with the green, but it didn't. So I'm going to take this up again, and I'm going to put this sticker back in my stash. It was just not the right fit for this page. So I also have these vellum pieces that were scraps and a ticket, and I'm just layering up my pieces. So this is more of an intuitive process, and don't be afraid to layer your pieces up. And if it's not the page you had imagined, well, don't worry, you can always turn the page again. So what I am documenting today is something a little bit fun for me. I am documenting that I had to ask the government for a piece of paper. I had to ask them for a declaration from the Justice Department because I am now working in education, and of course you have to get screened and all those things. So there was a point that I thought, well, this is interesting because I never thought that I would need a paper like this because my aspirations were not in education or healthcare or anything like that. So it was quite a special moment for me, and I really wanted to document this little memory and just make a little annotation for that. So in Dutch it is called verklaring omtrent gedrag, which means declaration of behavior, and simply said that I don't have a record. So I had to ask that from the Justice Department and had to give that to the school that I'm working at right now. And I really just wanted to document that little memory because it gave me a lot of joy that I had to ask for this piece of paper. I also marked it with a date with my roller date stamp, and now I'm going to journal about what I told you, and that is my junk journal with me for today. I really hope you enjoyed this video. Thank you so much for watching, and if you did, I would love it if you would give me a thumbs up. I would also love it if you'd consider subscribing to my YouTube channel, put the notification bell on all notifications so you don't miss any of my videos. Thank you all so much for watching, and I hope to see you all next time. Bye!